Creepy ocean videos. Are you in the North Sea? Well, you're gonna die if you're in the North Sea. We're in the North Sea. The North Sea level is kind of high, and it has water-infested sharks.
And some are alive, and others
What's that? Ew! What's that? Squidward? I know why this fish. A zombie. What is that? Ew! Ew! The Titanic. It's so pretty. The abyss. A fangtooth! I thought there was extinct. The Hadazon. What the hell is that? Stranger danger. The comb jelly lives so far down. 7,000. It's Hadal. That's literally the snailfish. What's gonna be lower than that? What's that? What the fuck? What is that? Oh, there's a humpback whale. Oh. That's a I see his nose. That's bigger than a humpback whale.
What happens when you drop a camera 3,000 feet into the ocean?
What the hell is it? What is that?
Now some have died and some are alive, and others sail on the sea. With their keys to the cage and the devil to pay, we're laid to fiddler's grave.
Well, I repeated the camera.
What happens when you drop a camera?
Knowing it's a crab infested water. Oh my god. It's eating the freaking chicken. Oh my
And down there on the float, that is Mallory.
What the hell is this? Oh, that's a vampire. That's a vampire. No, vampire. Black.
We roll. Yo.
Not.
All hands, hoist the colors high. We roll. Yo. All hands, hoist the colors high. Heave ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we die. Now some
Treacherous.
Did you know? Nepal was once under the sea? Yes, a real ocean. Millions of years ago, Nepal didn't have mountains. Instead, it was part of the Tethys Ocean, a huge ancient sea. Then the Indian plate slowly collided with the Eurasian plate. This collision pushed the land up, and that's how the Himalayas were born. So the soil in some parts of Nepal still has marine fossils, like seashells and ancient fish bones. Scientists have even found ocean fossils in Mustang and other Himalayan regions.
How deep does the ocean actually go? To put it simply, it goes much, much deeper than people realize. And while the depth itself is scary, the journey to the bottom is even scarier. But let's start off at the top of the ocean. Here, you'll find some very well-known animals like turtles, dolphins, and jellyfish. But if we go 100 meters deeper, you'll find some slightly scarier animals like the pelagic stingray, the bull shark, and the killer whale. Once you reach a depth of 332 meters, you'll have tied the world record for the deepest point that any human has ever scuba dived. About 300 meters later, you'll have reached the depth of the Japanese spider crab. That's the largest crab ever, with a maximum leg span of 3.8 meters. This is where the scary creatures start to appear. Let's take a jump and go down to 1,000 meters. Now we enter a place called the Midnight Zone. No sunlight is able to reach this depth of the ocean. Things start getting very dark. Here you'll find the goblin shark, a creature that has been here for over 125 million years. 1,000 meters deeper is the colossal squid. That's the largest known squid species. If you go way deeper to 3,800 meters, you'll find the Titanic, which got cooked over 100 years ago. 200 meters below this is the abyssal zone. The freezing temperature and extreme pressure makes it extremely hard for most creatures to survive. Here you'll find much scarier creatures like the megamouth shark, anglerfish, and a fangtooth. But 2,000 meters later, you'll enter the Hado zone. This is a point so deep, it's named after Hades himself. One of the reasons this zone is so scary is because we literally don't know what's there. More people have been to the moon than the Hado zone. These environments are so unexplored that almost every expedition here uncovers new creatures. At 8,867 meters, we reach the height of Mount Everest if it were submerged underwater. And there's still plenty to go. At 10,916 meters, we reach the deepest point that humans have ever gone. Two men named Don Walsh and Jacques Picard made it to this point in 1960, but they had to return to the surface after a window cracked in their submarine. And 90 meters later, we reach the bottom of the ocean, also known as the Challenger Deep. While this seems like the deepest point, it's extremely likely that the ocean goes even deeper than this. And that's because only 5% of the ocean has been explored. So while deep ocean animals seem scary, think about what else around us might be even scarier that we don't even know of. How deep does the ocean actually go? To put it simply, it goes much
That's it,
deeper
guys.
than people
Just
realize.
watch
And
it
while
on
the
the
depth
road to
itself is
sundown.